Hey guys, Daniel Zero, how you doing? I hope all is well in YouTube land, whatever part of the world that you are in. Okay, I've been getting a lot of questions here lately about chickens and chicken raising and chicken breeds and so on, so I figured we would start a small video series about what we do with our chickens and how we raise our chickens and some of the breeds of chickens that we have and then so on and so forth. I will start by saying I am not an expert chicken farmer. I'm not a chickenologist or none of that kind of stuff. I'm just a dude that's got some chickens on his little homestead. So here's some of the things that have helped me and some of the mistakes that I've made and some of the things that I've learned over the past several years when I'm having chickens. The first question is, and I understand why folks want to start raising chickens because of there's egg prices are going up and chicken prices are going up and it just gets pretty expensive after a while to buy eggs and to buy chicken, which is the reason that I started raising chickens was for the eggs. And then over the course of several years, and then I started raising, hatching out my own chickens and raising chickens for meat purposes, so I don't have to buy chicken and stuff like that. But the primary reason that I got my first set of 6 hens was for eggs. And a couple of things off the bat is you don't need to have a rooster or a cockbird for egg production. Hens will lay eggs regardless whether or not they're fertilized or not. The only thing that the rooster will do is fertilize those eggs so that you can hatch them out and make more chickens. But a hen chicken is born with all the eggs inside her already that she's going to ever lay. And it's gross, but that's how it is. There's a bunch of little bitty yellow specks that are all yolks that grow up, and that's what their eggs are. That's where they all start. Some of the breeds that we have, well, if you're looking for just egg production, then if you're at your local, feed store, Tractor Supply, Rural King, whatever it is that you are at, and this time of year in June, a lot of those stores are starting to phase out their chicks. You may not be able to find them there. You may have to purchase them from an online hatchery. And whenever you purchase chicks from an online hatchery, they will send them usually to your local post office. Your post office will call you, and you can go down there and pick up your little box of chicks, day-old chicks. You want to look for what they call pullets. If you're looking just for egg production, if you look at pullets are most of the time all going to be female birds, which will be hens when they grow up. So that's what you're going to be looking for if you're looking for just for egg production is pullets. If you purchase some that say straight run, then the straight run is going to be a mixture of male and female birds, which means they don't separate them out. They just grab the first 50 chicks. If you say you order 10 chicks straight run, they just grab the first 10 chicks, cram them in a box, and send them out to you. So sometimes you may pay a little bit more to get just specifically pullets, but if you're looking for egg production, then it's worth it. Some of the breeds that I have experience with are White Rocks, Rhode Island Reds, Barred Rocks, Dark Cornishes. We have some Jersey Giants. We have some Buff Orpingtons. Those are all good egg producing chickens. I think our best egg producers right now are probably our black Australorps. They lay a lot of eggs. Our Dark Cornishes lay a lot of eggs as well. Most of the time, if you get some of the production pullet packs, they're going to be like a Rhode Island Red or a New Hampshire Red, something of a egg production variety, which is good. There's nothing wrong with them. I have had good luck with my Reds. I've had good luck with all of my production layers. So those are just some. There's like a bazillion breeds of chicken out there, but those are just some of the ones that I have personal experience with, and they have been real good egg producers so far. We have, right now, our rooster is what they call a salmon Faverolles. He's a very good rooster. I guess we'll get into that in another video on down the road. But so you're at the feed store, you're looking to buy chicks, or you're looking at an online hatchery looking to buy chicks. If you're specifically wanting eggs, look for pullets, and they'll have several breeds. And if you're not sure, there's usually phone numbers on those websites, so there's a dude walking around the feed store. Ask a question. In my opinion, there's no such thing as a stupid question. You don't know what you don't know. So if you don't know something, feel free to ask. Or you can ask questions to me in the comments or send me a message, something like that. I will do what I can. I'm not an expert, but you can always ask questions. Okay, So you're looking to get baby chicks. You want to start with your egg production. You want to start with your little, your homestead, or even if you're in town. I've got really good close personal friends that live up in the Cleveland area, in town, like literally in town, that built themselves, a little chicken coop and a little pen, and they've got, they're looking to get about 6 hens. They've got chickens now. They're going to have about 6 egg layers, and that's a good amount for their family of 4. I believe they got 4 now in their family that are there at the house, and that's going to be a good number. You want to figure you want to get 1 egg, approximately 1 egg every other day per hen. That's just an approximation. Some are going to give you 1 every day, some are going to give you 1 every 3 days. When they get broody, they may not lay for a couple of weeks. So broody means they're just going to sit on the nest on their eggs, and they're not going to do nothing, and they're going to protect them eggs, and they're going to peck the crap out of you if you try to get near the eggs. Anyway, we'll get into that in another video. So you are looking to get your backyard chickens going. You get your chicks. What you're going to need when you bring them chicks home, you're going to need a brooder box. You're going to need a heat lamp. Let's just look at our box here. We've got our chicks here. These are some that we've hatched out. Our box, we start it usually with puppy training pads, the wee pads in the bottom. That gives them some good traction, and it absorbs a little bit of the mess that they make, because they do make a mess. They are messy, and in the middle of summertime they're going to get a little bit stinky too, but that's just all the joys of having animals. Here recently, now that they're getting big, we've switched them over to pine chips. You want to make sure you have fresh water available. These kind of waters we have had pretty good luck with, and we use this straight run feeder right now. This straight feeder is what we have. That's what we're using. There's not been any issues with that. Any kind of feeder or water typically is going to work. Here's our heat lamp up here in the corner. Right now, since it's June and it's hot, we just have light for comfort. We don't have the heat lamp in there, because the hatcheries are going to say for the first 10 days you need to keep them at about 95 to 100 degrees ish, somewhere around there. And then after they get 10 days old, they start getting their wing feathers and stuff like that. You start bringing the temperature down. Well, we're in summertime and it's hot, so we don't have the heat lamp on them. We just got this little light right here for comfort. And a lot of times during the day, we'll just keep the lid propped open, turn the light off, and let the sunlight do its job. If you're concerned about making them, keeping them warm in the summertime, it's usually not a big deal. After a couple of weeks, these birds will go right out into the other grow-out pen, to the peep show out there, and we'll start growing them out there with no heat lamp. In the wintertime, when it's really cold, if we have baby chicks, yeah, we'll have the heat lamp in here, and we'll have a heat lamp out in the grow-out pen, because they got to keep warm. But in the summertime and in the spring and the summer, typically it's not that big of an issue. They have the red colored lights, which are preferable, because the red helps keep them calm, and it helps keep them from pecking each other. This is just a regular household LED light. It's just for extra light. I have not had, and I've raised quite a few chickens, I have not had any instances where the chicks were pecking at each other because of the light, so take that for what it's worth. A lot of times I will use, instead of the 250 watt heat lamp, I will use a 125 watt heat lamp, just to cut down a little bit on electricity, and it does the same job. So there you have it. This is what you'll need to have when you bring your chickies home. You'll need to have a place for them to go into. They'll need to have a little bit of extra space to run around in. Don't want to have them super crammed in on top of each other. They need to have a little bit of space. This box right here is probably 6 foot long and maybe 3 foot wide, and about 2.5 foot deep, and we have had more than 50 in here at one time. So, and it was crowded. So, but I would, make sure if you're going to get 6 to 10, then usually one of them Rubbermaid tubs will make you a good brooder for the first couple of weeks, until you can move them outside into a pen or a coop. So there you have it. This is the very first video. Any questions, feel free. I will do my best. Keep in mind, I'm not an expert, but there are a lot of really smart dudes and dudettes that watch the videos, and they can also help in the comment section answering questions, and I really appreciate that, y'all. So here you have it, part 1, raising chickens, different kinds of breeds, a little bit of a setup that you need for bringing your chickies home. I hope this helps. You guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next video here in the next few days, and we'll go to the next step and talk about coops. So God bless. The end. Buzz, the end.